So, we in that new year, new me season.
Yes.
But a lot of us still have some of the same goals from 2023. And a lot of y'all, and I know for sure because y'all came up to me and asked,
You
a
did.
lot of y'all wanted to start a podcast.
Yes.
I got good news for you, player. Spotify for podcasts is here for every need you have.
We've been using Spotify for podcasters since we started our podcast. It's so easy. You literally record, edit, and upload all from your phone, your computer. So no matter what your setup looks like, you can start now.
Yes, get your conversations, your opinion, your views out to the world. People need to hear you.
You can distribute your podcast to Spotify and anywhere else that podcasts are heard.
With Spotify for podcasters, you can earn money in a multitude of ways. Ads or podcast subscriptions. I mean, it's an easy way to get your visions out to the world and earn some extra pocket change.
Yeah, my favorite thing about all of this is free 99.
Yes. They don't charge you a dime. So you really got nothing holding you back. Today, not tomorrow, today. Let's be heard. Spotify for podcasters.
Let's be seen. Welcome back to another episode of the For the Healthy Host podcast,
where we talk about conscious living, self-awareness, and everything in between.
I'm your host, Ree.
Sunset Tim.
Thank you for joining us and allowing us to be a part of your journey.
How you feel today?
I'm fine. It's been, I feel like, an emotional roller coaster this morning, but overall, I'm good. I feel like my body, my nervous system is still carrying energy from the previous weeks because, the last couple of weeks we talked about, having challenging experiences. And although that experience is like over, I feel like my body is still carrying the energy of that, and I'm trying to let go of that. But in better news, I've been seeing the number 333 a lot. I saw it today at the grocery store. I'd be seeing it on my phone in the car.
What's that to me?
333, and like if we talking angel numbers, is a symbol for expansion and growth. And I've been seeing that a lot. So
that's awesome.
That is, but I'm fine though. I'm good. I can't complain. Happy to just be. How are you?
I'm everything. I feel like I've been a little bit angry.
You ain't even sitting towards me. Your back towards me.
My back towards you?
Yeah.
There we go. That better?
That's better.
Yeah, I've been a little bit of everything. Angry, anxious, grateful, happy.
Feel that.
Sad, stagnant, also vibrant and flowy, like I'm growing. I just been a little bit of everything. I've been every emotion that they have gave us in this experience.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I'm happy. I'm actually very happy right now in this particular moment.
That's what I should have asked you. How are you in this moment? I'm actually fine. I'm really happy in this moment.
Well, that's good. Why you laugh?
I'm just laughing at you. You make me laugh.
Yeah, not bad.
What does that mean?
I just said I bet. Ain't nothing. I just said it. How y'all doing? From the cubes.
Somebody said, one of y'all.
Somebody did say something.
Tell Sunset that we are not from the cubicles no more. We working from home, period.
That is a beautiful thing to work from home.
It is. But I think it comes with its pros and cons.
What's the con?
Because we work from home and we work from anywhere, period. But, no, mostly home, though. Mostly home.
Yeah.
But, when you at home, like, it's just a different type of energy there. And I feel like, for me personally, I act a little different than I would be if I was working from an office. It's a different type of energy. It put me in a different type of headspace. Does that make sense? I'm not as like, okay, schedule, like following the schedule.
You're not like that at home?
No.
You're a little free flowy at home?
Yeah, like, ooh, like.
I'm more creative when I work from home.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't got nobody over my shoulder. It's just, it's just me in my comfort zone. So I feel like my ideas flow and energy flow better. But I do get what you mean by the structure of being somewhere else.
So I do like the creating at home.
Yeah.
But actually editing, and I like to go somewhere. I like to go to a coffee shop.
Yeah, it zeroes you in. Like I
Library.
came here to do a thing. When I'm at home,
Yeah.
I could supposed to be writing a paper, but also doing some laundry or doing some
Exactly.
other shit too. I get
Yeah.
that. But I'd rather work from home. If I had to choose, I'm working from home though.
I'm working from, like, even versus going to a coffee shop and editing. See, I
That's
just feel
still
like
like
I
considered
have.
home. Like
It's
I-
working
yeah,
from
yeah.
working from
I'm just
anywhere.
talking
That's
about,
why I say
like-
work from anywhere.
Like a actual office to go to or working from home.
I think it just depends.
If it's my office, then yeah, fuck yeah, I go in every day.
Yeah,
But if it's fucking,
you just don't want to work for nobody.
I work for somebody. Remember we spoke that the other day. Like we was watching Ballers, and one of them got offered like $3,000 a
Oh
week.
yes,
It's
y'all.
like,
We just
I
started
work.
watching Ballers, and
Yeah.
he got offered to. He was like, "I want to put you on payroll." One of the football
Yeah.
players said it to his homies, "I want to put you on payroll, $3K a week." I said, "You're damn skippy.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you want me to, whatever you need me to do.
Whatever you need me to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm with
12,000 a
that.
month, right? Yeah."
Somewhere around that number. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty nice. But anyways, how y'all doing?
Yeah, how y'all? Let us know. How's it? Which we did a mental health check-in on Instagram, but if you're not on Instagram, let us know.
Yeah, can they leave us like a little voice note?
They can leave us voice notes. I don't know if they know it. It's like it's always in the show notes.
Yes.
If you're listening on Spotify, I don't think anywhere else you have the ability to do that. Only on Spotify.
Okay.
So leave us a voice note or whatever.
Yes, because that's kind of the theme of today's episode, right?
Yeah, we just really checking in. I love these type of episodes. We just check in here, talking about how we feeling, what's been going on, and all that jazz. What you laughing
I
at?
don't know. Just funny the way you said
What I say?
it. It was just funny how you said it. It just made me laugh.
What about it though?
I don't know. It just made me laugh.
You just like me.
I don't.
You need to
I
stop
do
getting on
not.
this podcast and saying you don't like me. It's not true.
That is true. That is very true.
Because you love me.
I don't know. We'll see.
Cut.
Cut.
What up with it? Cut.
Cut. If y'all ever seen that video, it is hilarious. Cut.
Cut.
Cut for real, man.
Cut.
So, would you like to lead us off?
Yeah, I'll lead.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
Yeah. But nah. So I've been seeing a lot, you got 3 months left in the year, and that really gives me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, fourth quarter has been a
like
theme.
okay,
On the short form videos. That's
short
been a
form
thing.
and long form content as
Yeah.
well.
People addressing everything like business.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, I'm not approaching it like, okay, we got 3 months left. What we gonna do? We gonna make this year the best year, blah, 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 blah. But I just feel like looking at the behaviors and the habits that I started this year or carried into this year or whatever the case may be, they're not serving me. So it's really feeling like it's time for a reset. And I'm at the point where not that I don't recognize myself, but it's just like I'm ready for a transformation. I could just tell this old version of me, this old life of mine, and not every single thing, but it's just time for, like 333 has shown me several times in the past couple of days, that it's time for expansion and growth and transformation. So with that, a reset is in the air for me.
It is the season too, ain't it?
Yeah, fall.
Yeah, it's the season for the reset. I feel you on that. I got a short term memory on who I used to be a lot of times. I'm trying to think about who
That's
I was.
amazing though.
I'm trying to think about who I was at the beginning of the year. I just can't really put a finger on it.
I feel like I've never been able to really just bring that into words, but I feel you on that. I don't even remember, and that's a good thing though.
I can't. So I try to take me as I'm needed. You know what I mean? I feel like just try to flow. There are points, where I need to be a little more business savvy, or at points where I need to, really get my physical health in order, or mental or spiritual. I just kind of take me as is. It's kind of like I hate to say like a falling apart like robot. I'm really just plugging the holes and shit. Like you've been in a boat and like every other day there's a new hole that you trying to plug in before you sink.
Yeah,
Life can be that way at times. So shit,
definitely.
it's just kind of like where I'm being like I definitely got the fourth quarter fever that everybody talking about. Like, oh, I want another year, fiscal year to pass. You know what I mean? And I ain't hit my goals and shit like that.
I feel that too. I just didn't want to push that energy on them because that gives me
anxiety.
so much anxiety. But I've learned that anxiety isn't always bad. Like it can be a good thing.
Yeah, it ain't always bad. I'm starting to. I've been asking myself more and more this week, like, if it came in a year, would you be angry? Like, would you be upset? Just really trying to give myself a lot of leeway, a lot of runway when it comes to my goals. Not my deadlines though. Goals and deadlines is two different things. But I think goals is almost like, some of them are like lifetime kind of things. You want to have, a certain level of emotional intelligence. It's like a lifetime thing.
Definitely.
A certain level of mental health is like a lifetime thing. Or physical health, it ain't necessarily a short term thing that has a deadline to it. You might say by next summer I want to fit in this bikini or whatever it might be, and that's cool and all. But if we get by the summer and you've made progress, but you ain't quite where you want to be, or are we going to like dismantle the faith we have in ourselves because we didn't reach a deadline, a time period? I just try to stay away from that energy. And fourth quarter is definitely barking that kind of energy that I want to be around.
It definitely is.
So just leave that be. But outside of that, I really feel you on the reset.
Yeah.
I've been it's crazy in this season of reset for us. When I reset, I don't know why it always manifested me throwing a lot of shit away.
I mean, that makes so much sense though, because when you have less things, it's like, you ever heard clean home, clean mind?
Yeah.
Clear home,
I believe in that 100%.
Yeah, you do. It's funny too, because when we talk about reset, I mean, I will throw shit away, but I actually don't. It's you.
Yeah, no.
You will throw everything away.
Everything.
But for me, I'm more of a mood board girl. Write it down.
You like to write your things down, go back and look to them. I was big with the writing like 2 years ago when I was journaling heavy. I go back and read my journals all the time. They are hilarious.
Why are they hilarious?
Just to see what I was thinking about or what I was struggling with or how I was. When I journal everything. If it's a dumb thought or funny, I know you're supposed to. I might journal a joke. Anything that comes up, I might journal. So looking back at this. Not a joke. Anything I thought was funny, like I journal this shit just so I have something to come back and look forward to, I guess. But
I've been really into audio journaling lately. Like in my you don't know, I'm gonna do it around the memos. How you see my memos?
I see everything, shorty.
You're crazy.
It might be,
but yeah, I've been into that because I just feel like when it comes to writing something down versus audio, I think sometimes my hand can't keep up with my thoughts. The thoughts just flowing.
Yeah. I rap, so I get it like audio. It's kind of like an audio diary.
Absolutely.
But like I said, when I reset, I throw things away. And this morning, I definitely went on a tear. I redid the living room again. Swapped some.
You redid the living room?
Yeah, basically.
Because it sounded like you said redid the living room.
Definitely. Riri, you did not do the living room. No, that's all me. What somebody called me Mr.
HGTV. Yeah, on my YouTube channel. Mr. HGTV.
Yes, I finally got my stairs looking the way I fucking want them to. It took forever. It took like a year and a half to get that right. I had the pictures in the living room in the wrong spot. Anyways, I'm throwing a lot of furniture away, giving a lot of clothes away and things like that. That's how I kind of reset. I feel like when I first got here, like physically in this home, I was like, I just need a desk. It turned from just a desk to now that I just got the desk and I got all the just things I need. Now I want the specific things that I want. And I feel like I'm like that with life. And like, I got a house, I got a car, I got a certain level of mental health that I'm at. I got a certain level of emotional intelligence I'm at. But now I want the specifics that I want. You know what I'm saying? And specifics get a little tricky because like there's certain demands you must meet that you got to give the universe before you get specifics. Mm-hmm. And that takes a lot of self-discipline. So that's where I'm at right now with the new rebirth of Sunset Tim.
I agree with that. Something that I just keep telling myself is show the universe, show God how much you really want it.
Mm-hmm.
How much you really want it. Because if I look back and look at the things that I like, and just to be transparent, like I'm a morning person. You know, the previous years I get up so early, like 5:30, 6 a.m. And there was a point in my life where I did not play about going to bed on time, my nighttime routine, so my morning routine can be executed how I want it to be executed.
That is true.
Yeah, like my phone, I would not answer my phone after 8 p.m. I wouldn't be on my phone before 8 a.m. the next morning. But this year specifically, I didn't follow that routine.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know it's because of some things that happened in life. Like, you know, my mom, and just I wanted to be able to, you know, be there whenever she needed me. So I was like, that just kind of went out the window. But I noticed, and I don't know the correlation, I don't know the math, the science behind this, but there is a huge difference in my mental health when I don't do that, when I don't do what I was doing, which was waking up early, having my phone downstairs and just not being on my phone. It sets the tone.
Yeah, I agree.
I just feel like I've really been off my game, and I really haven't been showing up and showing the universe what I really want. And I think me and you had a conversation where I feel like when we talked about it, I was like, I think I got comfortable. I don't even know if it was comfortable. I think I allowed life to really just interfere with my intentions and what I wanted and my manifestations.
So how do you forgive yourself for a down year?
That's a good question. I don't know. How do you forgive yourself?
For a down year. Because time is like one of those sensitive, like we don't get time back. We never will. So if we have a year where we just don't hit our cues, our goals, our deadlines, or everything, whatever it might be, how do we forgive ourselves for that time period and try to move forward, you know, with new energy?
I think that, do you believe you can forgive yourself but also look at where you went wrong?
Yeah, use the data.
Because I think you have to I think you have to go back on and look at the habits. Like, why did this happen? And then kind of just realize how we got here.
So first, like, analyze.
Yeah, absolutely.
How it went wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Analyze how it went wrong and what did go right.
And like, I don't even really like the word wrong. I don't like that word.
Yeah, I get that. Or just analyze what was.
Yeah.
Analyze what was.
Yeah.
And what good points we can take from it.
Exactly. And what we can apply to ourselves now. And then also, another question to ask is like, who do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you want to be?
I agree with that.
But going back though, like we have to look at what that year was or what those habits were and
what them goals were they. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves whether it's a realistic goal for 365 days.
I think anything is realistic in 365 days.
It depends.
And cause see, and here's the thing, I don't ever set goals.
Yeah, you don't necessarily try to set goals for yourself.
I set habits.
I do believe setting habits over goals might help you out to better your process. But I do think goals are a healthy thing as well. I don't think.
Let me go back. I do set goals, but I don't put a time frame on them.
Okay.
I don't put a time frame on my goals. But like when we talk about like, oh, the new year, I don't set goals for the new year as far as like tangible things. Like, oh, I want these amount of followers. I want this particular thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to tangible things, but I'm more so focused on habits because I know it's the habits that are going to get me the tangible things that I want. But let me ask you, how do you forgive yourself for a down year?
Thank you for asking me that.
You're more than welcome.
I feel like I just gotta let it die.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times dying, the word death in general, when we look in society, is kind of a taboo conversation. Like nobody wants to speak about it. It's almost like a thing we we all kind of know it's coming, but we just don't want to talk about it because it just brings a certain energy. But it's okay to let things die. You know what I mean? Sometimes it needs to like break down for something new can come out of it.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? A lot of times when things die, they decompose into the soil. We plant seeds, and then
They're
what?
born again.
Yeah, they're born again. The when it decompresses into the soil, it actually like feeds the new seed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And grows something beautiful. So a lot of times we just need to let that time period die. Like we say we never get time back. Time just kind of dies off. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
It's just gone. It just died. And it's okay that, we're letting it rest in peace. We don't need to just be so torn about something that has
Had its
passed.
time, yeah.
It's had its time.
Yeah, that remind me, like I said last episode, when I was on my run, and I noticed the leaves coming back. Or not, no, the
No,
leaves
it's going away.
dying.
Yeah, going away.
Yeah, because we never think about, like, oh, the leaves are turning orange. That's beautiful to us. But it's like, that's actually the process of death. And literally the seasons do that. Every year, dies and rebirths itself, like, just naturally. It's a part of life. It's a part of the process. And I think if we as human beings embraced the life, or I guess the death, and then the rebirth that is ourselves, there would be so much less resistance and so much more growth and expansion within us.
Agree. Like I said, I just think we just don't let it die. Like a lot of times I was growing up, they'd be like, let the beef die. Like you had something going on with somebody, just let it die down. They just say, just let it die down. Literally, just let it go downhill. Just let it fall off a cliff or whatever it's gonna be, and something new will come out of it.
Absolutely.
I think we harbor on to time, when then makes us hold on to a certain emotion, and then that can be attached to a person, a place. You know what I mean? Whatever it might be, we have a certain feeling about it because we just won't let that die.
Agree. It's so funny, especially as women. I heard Queen Afua say this a couple weeks ago. We human beings in general just carry so much energy.
True.
So much trauma. And when you are a woman and you are pregnant with your child, whatever you are experiencing, whatever energy that you are holding on to, your child is experiencing it. So if you are an adult in this world and you feel like you have some energy blocks or some type of trauma that you really just can't make sense of, that shit might not even be from you. That's how powerful energy is. And we have to, like you said, just be open to just letting things die. We are so afraid of death. Like you said before, like, no one wants to talk about dying. No one wants to talk about death. But the beautiful thing about death and the beautiful thing about seasons is that towards the end of that, there's a rebirth. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. I just recently got out of a space where I wasn't doing the things that I know that I needed to do to align with the best version, the truest version of myself. It's like, obviously, I know what's good for me. I know what I need to do. But somewhere in my mind, unconsciously, I couldn't physically do what was good for me, what was best for me. And if you've ever been in this space, it's not a fun space to be in. It makes you feel stagnant. If you ever find yourself stuck in a space like this, therapy could really be a good resource for you. It can really help you figure out what's truly holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. I was first introduced to therapy through BetterHelp, and it really just allowed me to get more comfortable with opening up, and in the end, it helped me get to know myself so much better. If therapy has been something that has been on your mind lately, then you should definitely give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. The sign-up process is super simple. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Make your brand your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/FTHH today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/FTHH. This episode is sponsored by Seed. One of the things that is a non-negotiable in my wellness routine and my morning routine is Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. I make sure to take it every morning without fail. I notice a huge difference in my body when I do or don't take it. Being someone who suffered severely with gut issues in the past, I noticed such a positive impact it has on my gut health, as well as my digestive system and having regular bowel movements. I'm just saying, overall, it really just helps me feel good in my body. I know I'm going on and on and on about it, but if you've never heard of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic, it is a broad spectrum probiotic and prebiotic formulated with 24 clinically and scientifically studied strains for whole body benefits, including gut, skin, and heart health. It's engineered to survive digestion. Their patented capsule and capsule via cap technology optimizes viability and delivers a precision release to the colon. No refrigeration needed. They also have a sustainable refill program, which we love. When you enroll, your refills will ship 3 or 6 months at a time, and you'll save up to $90 annually. The less shipments we receive, the less harm we do to Mother Earth. If you're interested in improving your gut health, your skin, and your heart health, and just living a better quality of life, visit seed.com/forthehealthy and use code forthehealthy to redeem 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. That's seed.com/forthehealthy and use code forthehealthy. And I think it goes back to being so attached to certain things. Everything goes back to us being attached to things, truly. We're afraid of change.
Yes.
Even if it's just like change within ourselves, change within a relationship, change in your career.
I'm scared to change apartments.
You hear me? Especially if you have so much time, invested in that thing and that relationship. It doesn't matter if it's time to detach from it, if it's time to move on and go to a different, change directions. That's okay. We can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results. It's important to detach yourself and pivot if you need to. Life is really full of pivots.
That's all it is, really.
That's all it is.
Yes. It's like, I wish I could see like the footprint of life. It'll be all over the fucking place.
It would be.
I know we like to think of it like a straight line, like you walking down the road, then you make your left, your right, you go up the hill, and more or less in life, that shit, it looked like a fucking game of Twister.
Yeah.
You going left, right, circle, square, triangle. You fuck around, and in life, a lot of times we fuck around and get caught in a loop. We just
don't want to get caught in a loop though.
Dog, you be just hitting 4 rights in a row.
Yeah, be back where you started.
For 5 years, you can be hitting 4 rights in a row and be exactly where you was if you don't let shit die and just let it go.
Yeah.
Like you said, everything don't need to be like hoarded. You don't have to hoard your emotions about things. Like you said, energy stays with us a long time. I honestly feel like I was born with a chip on my shoulder. Don't know where it came from.
Really? Oh, I can tell you where mine came from.
Whew.
My dad not being there.
Okay.
You get that? Like,
I can get that. Some people might not take it as a chip on their shoulder, or it might not move them a certain way.
So it just depends on person to person.
Yeah, I think person to person, we just take it on somewhere. I don't know where my chip on my shoulder, or I always feeling like I'm getting overlooked, or I need to put more work in. I don't know where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like me now, I'm saying that, but I think, of course, baby me didn't know, but I feel like you don't have to know. Be aware. You can feel energy. You can feel the absence, of, a wanted soul or energy when, no matter how young or old you are.
Yeah, facts. But I've always felt that overlooked thing, like motherfuckers just not seeing me or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you where it's rooted from, but I love it though. So that energy had to be passed on from me to somebody. You know what I mean? I don't know if I got it from Pops or his father or my grandmother or my great grandmother or wherever it came from. I'm grateful for it though.
Yeah.
I really am.
I feel like I'm not even going to say this year, but these last couple of months, there was like not a lot of intention behind what I was doing. I genuinely feel like I was just surviving. I was in survival mode, which that could be a whole nother episode. Survival mode is really interesting and
hard. Damn that. Hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's interesting and it's hard. It's just an interesting topic, but it is a hard space to be in. And once you escape from, because I didn't been in survival mode. I didn't got out of it, but then I didn't got back in it. It's just like
the hard thing is like it's so comforting. Like, you know what I mean? It's like when that's all you know was to hunt in that fashion. Shit, it's comfortable to get back to that lifestyle.
Yeah, and when you in survival mode, of course, you just surviving. So like, there's not much intention behind what it is that you're doing. You simply living
day to day.
Yeah.
And I feel you on that. I feel like a lot of this year on specific, I've made a lot of non-intentional purchases this year.
Agreed.
Just unconsciously copping shit. And it's not even like
it's groceries.
Yeah, it be shit like groceries, just unconsciously. Like what I'm putting in my body is unconscious at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like thinking, and then I'm having to go back and, you know, get the shit that I need with precision, which I should have did the first fucking time. But it's been one of those kind of years where if I had to classify this year as anything, it has been a lack of discipline kind of thing, because it's more like I know better. This is more like
exactly.
I know better year.
Like yeah, I know better than this.
I've made so many strides and acquired so much knowledge and went through dark times to get to a point where I should be able to shine in a certain way, and I'm not because of old habits. Or outweighing the new knowledge and energy that I have. And them habits are strong. So I do feel like this year has just been a year of you know better.
Yeah.
You know better, you know better. I always been on like a 4-bar loop. Like the 4 right turns. It's kind of like been that kind of year.
Yeah.
It feels like that. It feel like I fill my tank up every day and I drive it to E and I'm still in the same spot though.
It's not cool.
It is not cool at all.
I feel like I haven't been intentional with the relationship with myself. Mm-hmm. From when I started my, you know, my spiritual journey, this journey of self-discovery, like in 2016, 2017, I started to really develop a good relationship with myself. And just this year, I feel like I haven't been doing the things that I need to do to get to know myself. And it's funny. It's weird because I'm changing. But because I'm not nurturing that relationship with myself, I don't know her. So like that's going back to like resetting, restarting, and getting to know her even more. So like even when we talk about intentionality, you know, we talking about our goals and stuff, but also like being intentional with the being that is yourself is so important.
Yeah.
Because that's the start of it. Like, if you aren't connected to self, it's going to interfere with everything you touch, with everything you're involved in.
It is. And another point to make about this year, a lesson that just kind of like, it just came into my head as you was talking, your words kind of inspired it. But like, I did not know abundance had so many rules to it.
Like what?
I didn't know abundance had this many rules. Like when you don't have abundance and you coming from a place of lack where you have little options and you have to do what you have to do, kind of like survival mode, it's almost like you got one door to go to and you go through your one door. It's like structured for you. You know what to do. You can only do this. You can only go to this point. When you get abundance, I don't think anyone speaks about how abundance, you got like 23 doors.
Yeah.
Only like 2 of them is right for you though. But you got a whole bunch of doors you can walk to with abundance. I could eat out, go get that steak. But fuck, I probably should, you know, go get some fucking groceries instead. I could do this with my bread, or I could do this with my time. When you have abundance of time, I could, you know, be journaling, working on myself, but I am working on me, working on my business, but I think I'm gonna turn the game on. You know what I mean?
Abundance, I get what you're saying.
It
brings
so
a lot of
doors.
options. It gives you a lot of options.
And if you're not ready to handle the options abundance gives you, you'll get back to survival mode
That's
very
a good point.
fast.
Yes.
It'll go from 22 doors in front of you wide open till you walk to one of them doors, the one of the 22, and now you back into a room and there's one fucking door. You went right back to survival mode.
That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. Abundance is, like I said, it's never been something. It's something we all reach for and hope for.
Right.
But it has to be handled a certain way too. And if you've never had abundance,
you ain't gonna know how to handle it.
You're not gonna know how to move in abundance.
Or if you ain't never been in that mindset, yes.
It's wicked what you would do to yourself when you get abundance.
That's crazy. It's like you self-sabotaging because you're entering a space that's unfamiliar than what you used to.
That is true.
So it's going to take you back to that place of comfort, which is survival mode, which is less options,
which is
lag mindset, which is structured.
It's structured
because you only got a couple options.
That's the surprising thing about survival mode. Survival mode is actually structured. In abundance is not structured.
Yeah.
You have to apply the structure for your own self.
Yes, because it's free. You have options.
Yes, and it will fucking throw you for a loop.
Yeah, you got to be ready for that abundance mindset, or you're going to keep going back to that. Because I feel you 100%, like, on what you said, because I would have never even, your mind is just so beautiful.
You got me there.
Stop it. You got you there.
I need to make a rule of this. I'm gonna start calling like the 22-1-22 rule.
What is that? What is that?
Because you start out with abundance, 22 doors open. Okay. You choose the wrong door because you don't know how to handle abundance. Now you're back to survival mode with one door.
And not even the wrong door, but the door that doesn't serve you. Because
the door that don't serve you.
Like you know what the right option is. What's gonna help you with the expansion of self, like it's obvious, but I seen a post. I showed a post to you yesterday that was like, if I cheated on you, and it's a post. It's like my friend shared it to me, and it's what I said reminded me of that. But if I cheated on you and you caught me cheating, then you didn't really love me because love make you blind. But I was just gonna say, but. We be blind when we like. I'm trying to relate it because it made sense when I first said it. It made sense in my head. But no, like what I was trying to say is we'll choose the quote unquote wrong door, the door that doesn't serve us. We go blind when we want to fulfill our desires, our current desires. Like we'll go blind, we'll go left. Yeah. And we'll go way off plan. And we know that shit don't serve us. You know you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah. Out of them 22 doors, one of them is shining brightly.
Yes, because you want to feed that desire. The ego, yes.
Every time if I'm like everybody else, every time we get some money, the first mind is, a want. The first mind is always a want.
Yes.
You never go to what you need. Unless you was in survival mode.
Yeah.
If you was in survival mode, you was like, you got that money. Let me pay this rent. That's the first thing you go to. When you at abundance, the first thing you go to is like, shit. Let me look at H&M or whatever. Yeah. You gonna go try to feel a desire that you have first.
What did you say the other day? You was watching a movie and it was like a Buddhism quote. It was like, need is the...
Oh, I was watching The Many Saints of Newark. It's like a mob movie, and one of the characters was visiting his uncle in prison, and his uncle told him that your life is full of a lot of trouble. And he said, "What you mean?" He said, "You have a lot of pain surrounding you." He was like, "Nah." He was like, "Oh yeah, you do." He said, "'Cause you want, and want is the root of pain. We want things, so that's why we're going through pain. It hurts you when you don't have those things. But if you just are letting go and doing with what you have right now, then the pain is released as well. Mm-hmm. You find comfort in where you are right now and what you have, the pain goes away.
Yeah.
But when you are, I gotta...
When you just so pressed
for, I gotta have it, man. I gotta go get it. It's gonna break you. That's what I call it, grinding for. I'm in my grind mode.
Yeah.
If you've ever look up a video that says, grinding, and it's gonna be metal on metal, it's not pretty.
Yeah.
It is not. So that wanting and that need, that shit is pain. If you let go of that, you might be in a comfort zone then.
Yeah, your energy is way more fluid and pure. And I'm like, I agree with that. I think too, though, it's okay to desire things. It's okay to desire a beautiful life, and heaven on earth is what the Four Agreements refers to it as. But there's a difference from being attached to something, like wanting something so bad you gotta have it, to having a desire and you detach yourself from that desire.
Yeah, one of them is ego. One of them ego driven.
Yeah.
And you attach to it, that's ego driven because you want to be looked at and you want to feel like a person who has such and such or does such and such or has whatever job title. You attach to it, you want to feed the ego some.
Definitely.
Everybody is wanting to feed that ego at some point in their life.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I do every other day.
Letting it go. And again, like finding, again, back to discipline. Discipline is like the biggest shit. Like I just been missing these last couple of months. And it's not like I haven't got things done, but it's to a, how do I put this, a coasting level. Once you get to a certain level of discipline, it becomes normal to you, but you're trying to reach another level. I'm disciplined enough to where automatically certain shit gonna get done.
Right.
But I'm trying to get other things
done.
Unlock
new levels.
Unlock, you know what I mean, other things. So I have to have another level of discipline. So a lot of times you'll get fooled into believing you're doing okay because you've done this way so long that you're still doing okay. But there has to be some type of new access in your determination for you to get there.
Agreed 100%. Hence resetting.
Yes, resetting.
Well, so I said, why did I say it like that?
Well,
so when you reset, you clear everything out, you clean up, throw things away.
I do.
Is there anything else that you do?
I then start to manifest the new things that will come serve actually.
What does your manifestation ritual look like? Is there like you write? Is it in your head?
I'm more of a mental guy.
Yeah, you are.
Cause I have a picture of how I want it to go, and then I'll go to like sources that might be able to give it to me, and something will be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't always know what it's going to be. It's funny. I'll clear out. Last time I cleared out, I think I cleared out.
Was it furniture?
Yeah, I just cleared out the living room. It was like I'm done with this. I started clearing stuff out that I just wasn't serving.
And something else came in.
I actually got something for the bedroom. Remember this dresser we found?
Yeah, I found that dresser. Don't even do it. Yeah, ego talking right now.
That's ego.
Ego speaking, but I did find it though.
But every time I do that, it just teaches me to like prepare for the things I want. Yeah. Be prepared for them.
Yeah.
I said on the track I just recorded the other day that everything you pray for comes at its own time. You know what I mean? We will have everything that we want. Everything you are manifesting, you will have it. But it might not be at the time period that you thinking it might be.
Yeah.
And is that okay with you?
It's going to have to be. Like, the fuck?
It's going to, or you could go out there and force something and then it just not happen at all.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get to the point where I'm having to say to myself, like, it's okay if it don't happen at this time period. It will happen because you are focused on it. And what you focus on expands.
Exactly.
So if I'm focused on this specific...
On the energy,
on the energy, yeah. It'll expand. It'll all come to me. My biggest thing lately is just on a personal goal, I've been wanting a beautiful place to live in. Mm-hmm. I'm in one right now. I am. I took advantage of it looking in other places, but I'm actually in one right now.
Yeah.
And that other place that I want to call my own is coming, but I have to be patient for it.
Agreed.
The days I'm hurting, while I come into my house, I'm like, ugh.
You thinking about?
Pain is coming from wanting too bad. Wanting too bad for that instead of just being in the moment and living.
Agreed. Agree with that 100%.
So how does your reset process go? Are you, I know you like the journal and things of that nature.
Yeah. So, I do like to journal. I've been saying I got to get rid of some of my clothes because I looked in my closet and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, we often all do that.
Yeah.
I think we do it more often than normal, though.
I just feel like even when it comes down to my wardrobe, I want to... It's not serving me. It's not serving me. So, like, even when it comes to that, I want to put together a wardrobe that reflects who I am today. Yeah, so, but anyway, that's just a part of it. But I look in there and I'm like, well, I'm going to keep this. I don't know. It's so weird. But yeah, my resetting does involve a lot of like writing, just really keeping it real myself and asking, who am I right now in this moment? From everything to my job, my car, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Versus who do I want to be? I think that's a question we don't ask ourselves enough. Who do I want to be? And with that, I get really specific on who I want to be, what car I'm driving, what's my career, who I'm with, everything like that. And from there, just setting goals,
Mm-hmm.
but also having habits. For every goal, there's a habit.
That's true.
For every habit, I think I said that wrong. For every goal, there's a action. There we go. There's an action plan. And for every action plan, there's a weekly or daily habit.
Yeah.
Which I learned that on YouTube the other day. But
I thought that was Atomic Habits. It sounds close to it.
it is. It really kind of
Around
is.
the same nature.
Yeah, I love Atomic Habits. If you haven't read that book, you should read that book.
Yeah.
But yeah, resetting for me does just look like a whole bunch of writing and mood boarding, Pinterest. I love me some Pinterest.
Yeah. And resetting can look different on everybody. Sometimes
Absolutely.
it's like a reset on your emotion. Like you not going over there no more because that environment don't serve you no more.
Definitely.
You walking away from people that's no longer serving you.
Yes.
You know, resetting can look a lot different for everybody. So,
and it don't have to be this huge thing either.
Nah.
It shouldn't be. It should be, because I feel like we'll look at the whole picture and try to jump and do everything at once, and we end up doing nothing and end up being exactly where we were. So it's important to just like focus on the small things, one little thing. And the one little thing for me with this reset, and I think it's gonna make a big difference, is just getting back up at 5:30 again and going to the gym.
yeah.
I think that's gonna set the tone, and from there we gonna be, we gonna expand.
It has, because we start our work earlier, our day get started earlier. You said the tone. Like, I get up earlier when you get up earlier.
Exactly. True.
You know what I mean? So it just set the tone for the entire family. So
Yeah.
Also with this reset, one thing I've been asking myself is, if I had to be known by one identifier, what would it be? You know what I mean? Like, somebody speaking about you talking about Reedy blank, your identifier. I asked myself, like, you talking about Sunset, if I had to have one identifier, what would it be?
What would it be?
For me, it's my music.
Okay.
It's my music. So that's the thing I need to put my focus on when I'm talking about my business or whatever I'm building. I think a lot of people that listen to us, or really everybody, really, we'll have so many ideas and plans and things we want to do that, again, so everything is half-ass done. Nothing is at 100%. Nothing is running. Nothing is up and going, because we got so many other things we trying to expand on. But ask yourself, if you was known for one thing in this world, one thing right now, what would it be? Whatever your answer is, you probably should go pursue that thing.
Yeah.
With this reset, because
mine is just, and see, I like that concept when thinking about, because it helps you focus.
Yeah, it helps.
It helps you prioritize what's important to you.
Refocus, like, okay.
Yeah, because for me, when you first said it initially, I stopped breathing. Because it's like, okay, that's hard. I stopped breathing. Because, like, that's hard. Like, I'm a multi-dimensional being. I do a lot of things. But because of that, you be all over the place.
So it's like,
but your priorities will change and shift at different times and different seasons of your life.
That's
so just because you focus on this thing right now, that it may shift and transform into something else in another period of your life.
Yeah, I remember watching I think The Shop with LeBron James. They asked him how do he juggle everything. This is around one time he did Space Jam, and he just had so many like business ventures going on. He was like, well, my one thing, he said, I always make sure the court is good. He said, if I'm good on the court, everything else take care of its place. So even with a guy like LeBron, who owns hella businesses and got his hands in so many like pots, he still says, like, I'm gonna make sure the on court is good. That's my main focus. Is if he's good on court, everything else will fall into place.
Yeah.
So the same thing with like me or whoever's listening. Like with me, it's my music. Like I feel like if I'm good with the music, everything else will fall in line.
Yeah, for me, it's creating. I don't know. Mine isn't as specific.
But yeah, that it could be like creating whatever it might be, just creating.
Yeah.
Like, long as I'm creating, whether it's a TikTok today or podcast, long as I stick to creating, my finances will be in order. I feel like the mental health will be there. You know what I mean? A lot of things will find an order if I just take care of this one main thing in my life.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's kind of how we doing, where we at. Just wanted to check in and check on the homies.
Yes.
Just moving with intention during this reset and just really refocusing and regrounding and aligning myself with what's already mine.
Absolutely. If y'all want to talk or anything like that, just let us know.
We need to do a live. I
Do
want
you-
to.
would y'all like to see us go live more? Let us know
like
if y'all
on
want to see us.
somewhere.
Instagram or wherever it might be.
Yeah.
Y'all want to just go live a certain day and just talk?
Yeah, we gotta pick a day.
Yeah, just let us know. If y'all interested in that, just DM us on the gram.
On the gram.
And with that being said,
Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We love you deeply, so much. Sending you so much peace, abundance, love, and everything you need in this moment. We'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mwah.
peace.